Let's talk about Valstrax Armor and Weapons. They're actually pretty freaking good, and sadly, the only set in this update, unless you count the upgraded Norwa and Ibushi armor, and I don't really count that because that armor set sucks. But let's get right into it and show you guys what to expect. Now, all of the armor has slots, either a 2-slot or a 3-slot, with a couple of 1-slots. The skills you get on the armor are level 5 Dragon Heart, which we'll explain here in a bit, 3 levels of Weakness Exploit, 3 levels of Resuscitate, and 3 levels of Resentment. The Resentment is kind of whatever, but the Resuscitate and the Dragon Heart go hand in hand. Let's talk about the Dragon Heart. But first, let me show you what the skills are where. Weakness Exploit, Dragon Heart on the helmet, Resuscitate, Dragon Heart on the chest. It's actually really good, by the way. Still probably use as chest piece in a couple builds for the Resuscitate. Weakness Exploit and Dragon Heart on the hands. Resuscitate, Resentment, and Dragon Heart on the coil. And Resentment and Dragon Heart on the boots. Now, let's talk about Dragon Heart. Dragon Heart. When your health is at X or less, you can track Dragon Blight, and all elemental resistances are set to 30 or X. Depending on what level you have, the higher the bonus, capped off at 50, which is a lot of freaking resist. Now, level 5, or level 4 and level 5, you start to get an attack bonus. So basically how the Dragon Blight works is, at least at level 5, if you are at 80% or less health, you will get this special kind of Dragon Blight that will give you the elemental resist and the attack buff. As long as you maintain 80% or whatever level you have, 80% is what it is. Level 5 is what you should go for, because all the armor pieces are pretty good, and not to mention the 10% attack. But as long as you have 80% or less health, the Dragon Blight buff will stay active, and you will persist with this buff for as long as you are at that health. The moment you go over 80%, you lose the attack buff and all the other bonuses, and you have to get below or at 80% again. Now, because it is Dragon Blight, because it is technically Dragon Blight, it actually counts as a abnormal status. So, not only will you get 10% attack, but you will also get plus 20. So 10% attack and plus 20 attack. That's pretty nice. That's pretty freaking nice. So it's actually really good armor set with some pretty good skills. Resentment is kind of whatever, but every piece of armor has slots. You can actually make this armor set work really, really well. Now let's look at the weapons. The weapons are really wacky. They all have just a large chunk of white sharpness and some red. They have pretty good raw, pretty much on par with Nargacuga weapons, but they have white sharpness that you basically just set it and forget it. The Dragon Elemental on them is really high as well. All of the weapons pretty much have the exact same amount of white sharpness, so it doesn't matter which one you look at, they all have the same amount of white, and they all have a 2-slot. And about the same Dragon Elemental, I believe. Let me double check. But the interesting thing about these weapons is they're not the exact same Dragon Elemental. It'll be different across the weapons, but depending. But it's a pretty good amount of Dragon Elemental. But the interesting thing is the Rampage skills. You have Wyvern Exploit, which I don't know what the attack bonus is, but what I would go for is Valstrax Soul, because if you have the Dragon Blight active from Dragon Heart, you get 20% more Dragon Element, which is a pretty hefty chunk. So if you're able to slot in some Dragon Element into the armor, you can get pretty high with this buff. So I'd probably recommend this, or I don't know if this is comparable to this, But this works on everything pretty much except Elder Dragons, and it looks like a beast like Rashang. But yeah, all the weapons have a huge chunk of white and some really crappy red, which you don't want to ever get to. It's pretty easy to maintain this white, even with Sword and Shield, which is the one weapon I made. It's pretty easy to maintain. It's going to be even easier on weapons like Greatsword, Hammer, Hunting Horn. In fact, the Hunting Horn is really, really special. This is the next weapon I'm going to make once I get my hands on another orb. The Hunting Horn has elemental attack boost and attack and affinity up. So I would consider this probably one of the best DPS Hunting Horns out there for a group or just for yourself. So I would definitely make this if you're a Hunting Horn main. I'm not going to go over the range weapons because I don't use range weapons in Rise as of yet. So look somewhere else for them. I guess that's it. I just wanted to show you. But yeah, I'll be posting a build video. I'll be posting a build video on these, on this very soon. Within today. So if you want to see this build in action and what I was able to come up with, make sure you subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. Tell me what you thought about Valstrax. It was my first time fighting Valstrax, so I had a lot of trouble fighting it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, found it informative. Till the next video, I will see you guys soon. Happy hunting and good night.